Hello everyone, my name is Greg. In this video I am going to talk about how the world is a lot better today than it ever has been. That the best time to live in history is now. But before I get into that, as you guys will no doubt notice, yes, the calendar is back up. I had gotten some requests for putting the calendar back up and for doing close-up pictures of it, so I figured in this video I would do that. Here's a close-up picture of Cynthia Dicker, who is the woman that is for April in the swimsuit edition Sports Illustrated calendar that I have. There are a few that are out for 2013 Sports Illustrated that you can get if you want. I mean, it's something that the calendar I like, and it's one I couldn't have because of YouTube and the stupid shit with the naked body. I couldn't have a Playboy calendar hanging up because, heaven forbid, there's boobs. Male boobs, I guess, are okay. I don't know why man boobs are alright for YouTube and for the rest of the fucking internet, and women boobs are a frickin' problem. I don't understand this bit of bullshit, this double standard, but be that as it may. And I feel I've given enough time for the boob pictures, so I can move on to the actual topic of this video, which is this idea of, it's in stark contrast to the idea that the world is getting worse and we're in such a calamity, that there's so many problems in the world. This is the best time in history to ever have lived, because just technology in and of itself, we are capable of doing far more technologically than at any other time in history. But it's not just the technology that has improved, and not just improved, but improved the quality of lives and people's lives. Yes, there are countries and places in the world where they don't have access to the technology like we do in America, but that is dealing more with those countries and those societies. And in that regard, the aspect of, I know the Christians get all paranoid over, oh, the one new world order, the one world government. We are moving towards a one world type of society. And that in itself is not necessarily a bad thing. The internet, what there is right now with this, is the beginnings of one world communication. The idea, and this is something Mikao Kaku has talked about, the aspect of all of the ways that we are on the verge of a one world society. With Gucci and so forth, the one world fashion, and one world sports, the things like football, baseball, soccer. We're moving towards a one world sports or one world entertainment type of thing. There is music with like things like rap and heavy metal and so forth, country, that we are having more of a one world type of music or youth culture. The thing is that music and everything, it is all becoming globalized. And that is showing where we are at a much more global mindset. Slavery. Granted, there may be some countries where slavery in some regards is still practiced, or not totally a thing of the past. But for the vast majority of the world, we as a world have moved past the slavery mindset. Yes, some could argue that in America that we're slaves to corporations. But it's not the slavery of you are owned, you have no rights, you work for next to nothing. That's not the case. The idea that you are, to use the term, a slave to a job. If you don't like your job, if you don't like what you're doing, find something you do like. You have choice. It might mean going to college. It might mean furthering your education. Fine. If you are not doing what you enjoy doing, the only one you really have to blame is you. Why do you continue to stay in something you don't like? The thing is, we are, as a society, more civilized with each other. We aren't killing each other over stupid tribal disputes. Not really. It's governments that cause the wars. It's not the people. It's not that, to use the term, yes, the North Koreans are being assholes right now. But if they would start shit, it wouldn't last long. It wouldn't take long. Because of the technology and because of the strength of the opposing forces against them. The thing is, if you don't focus on that, in a sense, you're not going to be giving it power, giving it energy. Someone like Kim Jong-un, he's largely running his mouth. And if he tries to act on it, the U.S. is strong enough, as well as South Korea, and they're pretty much the allies in that area. They'll stop the tyrant real quick. It might be a matter of days that they're able to cause a problem, but in the overall picture, it'll be shut down in a heartbeat. The thing is, we are moving towards a far better world. Yes, there are problems. Yes, there are things that could be better. We're not in a fucking utopia. But we don't have rape to the degree that we did even 100 or 1,000 years ago. The thing is, we don't have the murder rates up at the same level. The aspect of the drugs and so forth, I've not really expressed my point of view on this, but as far as drugs are concerned, where I'm seeing this from, legalize them all. Some may go, oh, then you have people getting high. So fucking what? Legalize them all, have them all regulated, have them all available. You'll put the drug dealing gang members out of fucking business. The gangbangers that are going around shooting each other and shooting innocent people over their stupid drugs and their stupid gang bullshit. You'll put them out of fucking business, just like Prohibition, when that stopped. It largely put a lot of the mob out of fucking business. Because there's no need for the bootlegging shit when you can get it legally. Not to mention, if you have marijuana, cocaine, crack, you name it, all the fucking drugs, I don't care, across the goddamn board, legalize them. And tax the shit out of them. Then take the money that comes from the taxes from the sale of those drugs, put it towards the national debt. We would be out of fucking debt within 10 years. I goddamn guarantee it. But you won't see that happen. Or if it would happen, the fucking jackasses we have in Washington would look at it as, oh, we can put more money to the black budget, or more money we can hide other places. We may need to get rid of some jackasses in Washington. Fine. In any business, you have jackasses that don't do their job. You don't sit around and give them a fucking raise. You don't sit around and do nothing. You fire their ass. And that partially means don't buy into the bullshit that they want to spew, just to try and save their own job and save their own ass. They don't care about you. Their track record and their performance when they're not running for an office shows that they don't care about you. So why buy into their bullshit when they're trying to get into a job? Don't buy into the bullshit. It's just a lot of the problems that we have in our world are things that we can effectively change if we, the people, stand and unite. It is not a matter of what can this mystical Illuminati do? What can they do? They are so powerful. They are shit. Sheer numbers. The number of them versus the number of us. We outnumber them, yet you think that yet these people that are the masses think they, the little minority, the freaking elite, mega elite, that they run the fucking show? When you're the ones that put them in there? In the United States, it is still we, the people. If we, the people, are too busy fighting with each other and bickering with each other and letting issues like race and abortion and gay rights divide us, of course they're going to be able to walk all over us because you're letting stupid bullshit divide you. In many ways, I don't see the negativity in my life because I don't focus on negative bullshit. If you want to focus on why shit doesn't work, why you're broke, why you don't have, that's what you will attract to you because that's what you're focusing on. If you look at how bad people are, like the Garys of the fucking world, the fucking Christians that want to try and say, people are so bad. People aren't bad. People overall are good. Yes, people make choices that are fucked up. But it's not anything that, in the grand scheme of things, so what? So what if you make the wrong move? So what if you don't always do the right thing? Cause and effect. You will learn. You will grow. You will mature. It is just a matter of time. How many times, basically, do you want to have nature coming up and smacking you in the head? The effects of the cause you set in motion. However long it takes you to learn, that's how long you're going to go through it. Until you learn to change your behaviors. It's not a matter of everything, of you changing the world. You can't change the world. All you can change is you. But, and I hate to say it, I mean, I can even quote to you Christians, your own Jesus. The idea of men must change before nations can, or people must change before nations can. A nation is a reflection of the people. It is not, in a sense, an entity of itself. I've heard it said life is a reflection of you. And it comes to the same there too. Especially with that, if life is a reflection of you, as I've heard mentioned, then what you see from life is like looking into a mirror of what are you. And it could be a reflection of, in a sense, all of you. And that would include your dark side that you don't necessarily want to acknowledge in yourself, that is also present in you, that would also be in that reflection. Because the mirror doesn't just pick up your nice side, it also picks up the shadow side. so it's one. And if you don't like the expression or the look on your face in the mirror, like if the mirror, and to give you the example, if it's going, you don't go over to the mirror and try to push the tongue in order to change the picture that you are seeing. You have to change. But the moment you do, the change is automatic. It is all a matter of you. And it is all a matter of what are you focusing on. The problem is, a lot of people, religious and otherwise, focus on the shit. If all you're looking at is the cow shit of the world and saying, I only see cow shit. Well, if that's all you're looking at, that's all you're going to see. There could be roses and flowers and nice pastures all around you. Beautiful scenery all around you. But if all you wish to look at, if all you're open to looking at, if you're closed-minded to just seeing the cow shit, that's all you're going to see. It's very similar to the aspect of if you go to a party, you can focus on people fighting and so forth and conflict and be, ooh, that party was not good. It was very aggressive. Whereas another person could go to the same party and see people making out, see people drinking and having fun, and be, that party was a lot of fun. They were at the same party. It's all a matter of what are you focusing on? What are you looking at? Yes, the world can look like a pile of shit if you want to look at the cow shit in the world. If you only want to look at what is negative, what is vile, what is not right. But if you choose to look at what is good, what is beautiful, where life is so much better, that is what you will see. In a sense, that is what you will manifest in your world. That is what will reflect to you because of your focus. It's all a matter of what you want. So people that want to hand me this shit of how the world is going so bad, for me in my life, I don't see it. Yes, there are ways, like I said, it could be better. Yes, the economy, like in the U.S., it's not the greatest right now. It sucks. The thing is, there are always ways to bring about the changes that you want. But it takes focusing on what you do want rather than what you don't want. I'm not a negative person. I'm not trying to look at the world through rose-colored glasses, but I'm not looking at the world through shit-stained glasses either. And that's where I think a lot of people are, is they don't have rosy glasses on, they have shitty glasses on. And then they wonder why the world looks like shit. Wipe your fucking glasses off. Look at it for as it is, not as you want to project it to be because of a self-destruct program, because of religion, or because of a fear of globalization. One world, a globalized world is coming. It's unavoidable. In a sense, the internet, air travel, all of this is evidence of that. We are moving in that direction. It's unavoidable. The only thing that really matters is what kind of world will that be? And that will depend on us. These Alex Joneses and so forth that want to fearmonger, they are trying to scare you, just like the Christians, just like the Muslims, just like religion. They're trying to get you to react out of fear and not respond out of intelligence. When you react, you're not thinking. When you respond, you have to engage your mind and look at and evaluate what is going on and what is the best course of action to take. What is really happening? What is the full picture? Not just what is in the sliver I'm currently looking at. Broaden your perspective. Broaden your vision. Look at the whole thing. And for people that want to flip out and say about legalizing drugs would cause all kinds of problems, we already have laws on the books for people drive intoxicated. DUI is not just for alcohol. Driving under the influence can mean any influence. It can mean influence of pot, it can mean influence of coke, it can mean influence of heroin, it can mean influence of fucking anything. Driving under the influence, DUI, would still apply to every person that is using a vehicle when drunk. Murder would also apply, theft would also apply, all of these would also apply. It wouldn't matter if people would want to engage in that. It wouldn't matter. And the legalization of drugs across the board, we could basically have people get out of jail who were put in jail just for selling drugs. Okay, so what? You sold drugs. You no longer have to be warehoused, where taxpayers have to support you. Basically, you're free to go. Get a job. Because selling drugs, you can't go back to that. You could try, but it's legalized. So why would people have to go to you? It wouldn't matter. The idea of health care, the money that would come in from the sale of that, it could go largely for the national debt as well as health care. Wipe out the national debt and universalized health care, all from the legalization of drugs. Not to mention with pot, that aspect, it is the male, I think it's the male plant that you can't get high on, that would be used for jeans, rope, so forth, fuel in a car. The reason this won't be done is big oil. There are other reasons. It's not the drug itself. The thing is, if people only want to look at the little sliver, they're not going to see the full picture. And that's what is happening with this idea of people are so bad, the world is so bad. No, it's not. The world is beautiful. Life is beautiful. It is all a matter of what do you choose to look at. This is Greg.